Yo, what is up everybody? It's your boy Carlos, and let me tell you something. I am so hyped to be sharing this video with you. We are going to Buenos Aires. This city is absolutely popping. The energy, the culture, the food, it's next level. We're talking about a city that lives and breathes passion, from the tango dancers in the streets, to the chefs cooking up the most insane asado you've ever seen. This isn't just a travel guide, alright? This is about experiencing a city that gets under your skin and stays with you long after you've left. So buckle up, because we are diving headfirst into the heart of Buenos Aires. We're hitting the historic streets, the bustling markets, the hidden gems, and everything in between. If you've ever thought about visiting South America, this is your sign, man. Let's do this. Alright, first up, we're dropping into La Boca. This neighborhood is straight out of a postcard. Colorful houses stacked right on top of each other, cobblestone streets that have seen some things, and this electric energy that you can feel from the second you step off the bus. Now, La Boca has this gritty, authentic vibe, you know? This was a working-class port neighborhood, and that history is baked into the walls here. Immigrants from all over the world landed on these shores, bringing their traditions, their music, their stories. And speaking of stories, you can't talk about La Boca without mentioning tango. This is where tango was born, man, right here on these streets. It's like the spirit of tango is still alive in the air, in the way people move, in the rhythm of the city. You'll be walking down the street and boom, you'll see a couple dancing in a doorway, lost in their own world. It's mesmerizing. And don't even get me started on the street art. La Boca is like an open-air museum with murals bursting with color and life on every corner. You can spend hours just wandering around, soaking it all in. Trust me, you'll want to have your camera glued to your hand, because every corner you turn is another Instagram-worthy shot. And listen, if you're a football fan, you know Boca Juniors. This is their home turf, and let me tell you, the passion these fans have for their team is unlike anything I've ever seen. Game day in La Boca is an experience, believe me. The energy is insane. The whole neighborhood is buzzing. You can feel it in your chest. But even if you're not a die-hard football fan, the atmosphere is contagious. You'll find yourself getting swept up in the excitement, chanting along with the crowds. It's about the collective spirit, the shared love for the game, the sense of belonging. La Boca is raw, it's vibrant, it's a sensory overload in the best possible way. It's a place where you can feel the pulse of the city, where history comes alive, and where the spirit of tango is always dancing in the streets. Alright, next stop, we're going somewhere completely different. Recoleta Cemetery. Now I know what you're thinking. A cemetery? Really? But trust me on this one, this is not your average graveyard. This place is like an open-air museum, but instead of paintings, it's filled with these incredible mausoleums and statues. You walk through these grand avenues lined with cypress trees, and it's like stepping into another world. Each mausoleum is like a miniature castle, telling the story of the families who rest there. You've got marble statues, intricate carvings, stained glass windows, the whole 9 yards. It's opulent, it's fascinating, and it's a little bit eerie all at the same time. You'll see families visiting their loved ones, leaving flowers, sharing stories. It's a powerful reminder of the cycle of life and death and how connected we all are. And listen, you can't talk about Recoleta Cemetery without mentioning Evita Perón. Her tomb is here, and it's a pilgrimage site for people from all over the world. The love and respect for her is palpable, even decades after her death. People leave flowers, messages, and even political statements. It's a testament to her enduring legacy and the impact she had on Argentina. Walking through Recoleta Cemetery is like taking a walk through Argentine history. You'll see the names of presidents, poets, artists, all laid to rest in this incredible place. You can practically feel the weight of history pressing down on you, the stories whispering from the walls. It's humbling, you know? It makes you think about your own place in the world, your own legacy. But it's not all somber and serious, alright? There's a strange beauty to this place, a sense of peace and tranquility. The sunlight filtering through the trees, the sound of birds singing, it's almost like a park. It's a place for reflection, for contemplation, and for appreciating the stories that came before us. Trust me, visiting Recoleta Cemetery is an experience you won't soon forget. Alright, let's switch gears and head over to Palermo, Soho. The heart of Buenos Aires is cool. This is where the hipsters hang out, where the fashion is cutting edge, and where the coffee is strong enough to fuel your Instagram scrolling for days. Seriously, this neighborhood is bursting with independent boutiques, vintage stores, art galleries, and cafes that spill out onto the sidewalks. You could spend days just wandering these streets, discovering hidden gems around every corner. One thing I love about Palermo Soho is the vibe. It's laid back, it's creative, it's a little bit edgy, but in a good way. You'll see people walking their dogs, sipping mate in the park, or just soaking up the sun with their friends. It's a place where you can be yourself, express yourself, and find your people. And the street art scene here? Forget about it. Palermo Soho is like a giant canvas with murals covering entire buildings. You've got everything from political statements to abstract art to portraits that will blow your mind. It's a constantly evolving landscape of creativity, and it's impossible to see it all in one day. But that's the beauty of it, right? There's always something new to discover, always a reason to come back. And when the sun goes down, Palermo Soho really comes alive. The bars and restaurants fill up, the music spills out onto the streets, and the party goes on until late. Whether you're looking for a romantic dinner spot, a craft cocktail bar, or a club where you can dance the night away, Palermo Soho has got you covered. It's the kind of place where you can wander into a random bar and end up having the best night of your trip. Trust me, Palermo Soho is the kind of neighborhood that gets under your skin. It's a place where you can lose yourself in the creativity, the energy, and the passion that defines Buenos Aires. Alright, get ready to haggle because we're heading to San Telmo Market, the mother of all Buenos Aires markets. This place is a treasure trove of antiques, vintage finds, handmade crafts, and everything in between. Imagine a labyrinth of stalls stretching for blocks, overflowing with stuff you never knew you needed but suddenly can't live without. You'll find everything from antique mate gourds to vintage leather jackets to handmade jewelry. It's a shopper's paradise and a photographer's dream. The colors, the textures, the characters you'll encounter, it's sensory overload in the best possible way. But San Telmo Market is more than just a shopping destination. It's a living, breathing piece of Buenos Aires history. This neighborhood is one of the oldest in the city, and you can feel that history as you walk the cobblestone streets. The buildings are old, the stories are rich, and the spirit of Tango is alive and well. On Sundays, the market spills out onto the streets with vendors setting up shop all along Defensa Street. The atmosphere is electric, with street performers, musicians, and tango dancers adding to the festive vibe. You can grab an empanada from a street vendor, sip on some freshly squeezed orange juice, and just soak up the energy. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a spontaneous tango performance in the middle of the street. San Telmo Market is a feast for the senses, a journey back in time and a shopper's paradise all rolled into one. It's the kind of place where you can get lost for hours, discovering hidden treasures and soaking up the vibrant atmosphere. Don't forget to bring your bargaining skills though, because haggling is part of the fun. Alright, for our final stop we're going out with a bang at Teatro Colón, one of the most stunning opera houses in the world. Trust me, even if you're not an opera buff, this place will blow you away. The architecture is mind-blowing, a mix of Italian Renaissance and French Baroque styles that will leave you speechless. Think soaring ceilings, ornate balconies, gold leaf accents, and a chandelier so massive it looks like it could fall from the sky. I'm talking serious grandeur. But Teatro Colón is more than just a pretty face. This place has hosted some of the biggest names in music and dance, from Luciano Pavarotti to Margot Fonteyn. The acoustics are legendary, said to be some of the best in the world. They say that if a pin drops on stage you can hear it in the back row. Now I don't know about you, but that's the kind of attention to detail that gets me excited. You can take a guided tour of the theater, which I highly recommend. You'll get to go behind the scenes, peek into the dressing rooms, and stand on the stage where legends have performed. It's a surreal experience, and it gives you a whole new appreciation for the artistry that goes on here. And if you're lucky enough to be in town during opera season, do yourself a favor and try to snag a ticket. Even if you don't understand a word of Italian, the experience of seeing a performance in this incredible space is something you'll never forget. Teatro Colón is a testament to the power of art, the beauty of architecture, and the enduring legacy of Buenos Aires. It's a fitting end to our journey through this incredible city, a reminder that even in a place full of vibrant life and energy, there's always room for a little bit of grandeur. So there you have it, guys, a glimpse into the heart and soul of Buenos Aires. This city is a whirlwind of energy, culture, and passion, and I hope this video inspired you to experience it for yourself. From the colorful streets of La Boca to the grandeur of Teatro Colón, Buenos Aires has something for everyone. Whether you're a foodie, a history buff, an art lover, or just looking for an adventure, this city will leave its mark on you. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more travel adventures. And let me know in the comments which of these amazing places you're most excited to visit. Until next time, keep exploring. Thanks for joining us on this tour of Buenos Aires. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel guides and tips. Let us know in the comments which place you're most excited to visit. And don't forget to subscribe for more interesting facts and travel tips.